Okay. Well, welcome everyone to our team Zoom. It is Monday, February 18th, President's Day. So happy President's Day to everyone. And I'm super excited tonight to introduce our guest to you, who most of you probably have had the pleasure of meeting her. She was, of course, at the Charleston Elite Academy recently. And that is Stephanie Keisman. She is a Pro 5 in LifeVantage, and she's just an amazing leader. She's such an example to all of us. She does her business primarily on Facebook and has been quite successful. And she's a mompreneur, and I love the fact that she, is able to do this at home with her kids. She's an amazing wife as well. She's a believer, and she is also a CrossFit enthusiast, and that's really what got her interested in doing this with LifeVantage. And so tonight she has some special information to share with all of us. And actually, this is something that is going to be so helpful to all of us to help others to reach their goals as far as health and weight management, and also just to help our businesses. So with that, Stephanie, I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Julie, for that introduction. I really appreciated it. And I'm just really excited to be able to do this with all of you. Really special to me. So as most of you probably know, and certainly you know if you went to Charleston, LifeVantage has announced the new Transform Your Physique Challenge that's happening starting on March 1st officially. And I did this challenge last year, January to March, and had a really significant result compared with what I had been trying to accomplish before. And I've been thinking about how we could best introduce new prospects and customers to the physique products and help get them involved in a big challenge like this, because people love challenges. They love to be a part of something where they can lose weight, burn fat, and get rewarded for it. But I saw that there was probably some challenges with trying to only get people plugged into the greater company challenge. And so I think Transform Your Physique is an amazing challenge for distributors, but it's something that I've personally found to be a little bit hard to introduce prospects to. And there's two major reasons that I see for that. One of them is just that when people are going through a longer challenge, especially, 3 months worth, they need a lot of support. It's not taking our products without making any other lifestyle changes is probably not going to produce the kind of result that a person wants. So they need support during the challenge. And while there is a Facebook group for Transform Your Physique, I wasn't super impressed with how it really supported the participants. It was more just it was random. I don't think that there was a lot of leadership in that group. So I saw that there was a need for practical support during the challenge. And then I think having a $5,000 prize for a nationwide contest probably seems unattainable for a lot of people. And then the third thing was that beyond that, it's kind of difficult to, I was thinking, how would just a normal LifeVantage distributor be able to really get people plugged in and announce the challenge to their followers and to people that they loved, and really kind of walk them through the steps of getting started. So I came up with a solution. And together, we're going to try to figure out how this will work best, because some of this is a little bit of an experiment and process. I've done this a little bit in the past, and we're doing it better than we've done it before, but I wouldn't say that I'm an expert. But we've created another Facebook group, a support group called the Inside Out 90-Day Challenge. And this is meant to be kind of like a challenge within a challenge. It's part of the Transform Your Physique Challenge, but it is a smaller localized support group that we can both participate in as distributors, but mostly it's meant to be like a landing place for people that you want to introduce to the physique products, and for them to be able to participate in something where they could get a pretty nice incentive. And so if you've seen my posts in the Team Lifetree group, you know that I am collecting money from all of the distributors who want to participate and add their prospects to the group so that we can come up with a sizable prize pool, and we can have our own winner within our Inside Out Challenge group, who could also be eligible to win the Transform Your Physique Challenge. But we've decided on a prize pool of $1,000, which I think is pretty amazing. And especially within a smaller group of people, that's a sizable amount. And so, some of a lot of this information is found within the post that I've put in the Team Lifetree group. But when a distributor, once you send the $25 kind of, it's not really an entry fee, it's just your contribution to the prize pool. Once I receive that, then I've been adding you, as long as we're Facebook friends, I've been adding you to the Inside Out Challenge Facebook group. I'm going to show that to you right now so that you can see it. Let me share my screen. Okay. So, Inside Out Challenge. This is what the group looks like. So far, I've made a welcome video that kind of runs people through the process of what to do once they get in here. And it also introduces the new physique, the updated and new physique products, and tells them a little bit about if they want to join the challenge in order to be eligible for the grand prize. Then I talk a little bit about the requirements for that here, but I also have a couple other announcements right here where it's got a checklist for how to enter the Inside Out 90-Day Challenge, and it talks about the requirements from here. So what I've been sharing with people is that there are no requirements as a prospect or a customer to be in the group. Anybody can be in the group. But if you want to be eligible for the prize, and this would be open to both distributors and prospects and customers, then during the course of the challenge, you would need, or your customers would need to purchase 100 PV a month or 300 PV worth of product total. It doesn't have to be the physique products. I think this is a great opportunity for people to try those. But if we have folks in the group who have other needs and they want to try some of our other products, they want to get on the Vitality Stack or whatever, the only requirements to officially enter the challenge are that they must have they would have to fill out the entry form, but they would also need to have a 100 PV per month order for the next 3 months. So this is the Facebook group. It's a little bit primitive right now. I'm starting to add different nutrition guides. I'll be adding just exercise plans, that kind of thing. And I'll talk a little bit in a moment about what you can do as a leader for your team and for your customers and distributors under you what you can do to contribute to this, because I made this thinking it could be a wonderful tool for each of us to have, to be able to introduce our prospects to something that they could get involved in. But I don't necessarily see this as being my baby. I'm going to be active, but I think this will go better when we do it together and when we all contribute and engage. And so I'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. So first steps for each of you would be that if I don't have your prize pool money, which is $25, then I don't really have a good way of showing that to you right here. But in the Team Lifetree Facebook group, I have the different methods of online payment that I can accept. And once I receive your payment, then I'll add you to this group. You'll have to accept the invitation before you're inside the group. So when you see that notification, be sure to accept it. And then what I would encourage you to do, and I think that is it Bridget? I think she already did this and she did a video, but I would encourage each of you, especially if you use Facebook a lot for prospecting and talking with folks, I would recommend that each of you make a post where you tell a little bit of your story and why you're doing this challenge, and then inviting people to do it with you. I just posted mine a few minutes ago, right before we got on this call, because I wanted to have an example to show you all. And feel free to head on over to my profile and you can kind of look at what I did. I know mine is long. Yours does not have to be this long, but I just want you to have an example. CrossFit and a challenge, a 6-week challenge 2.5 years ago, is really what opened the door for me to even be ready for LifeVantage when I first started. And so I have a soft spot in my heart for challenges. And so I spent, a little while crafting this story that is really kind of about what a 6-week challenge did for me 2.5 years ago. And then I kind of train. I don't say anything about physique or anything about LifeVantage in this. I don't even say anything about my business, because the point of this post is just to arouse like curiosity in my readers. And there's no requirement for them to buy anything in order to come on over to the group. And so I would like to get them in the group and for them to start, we're going to be posting some testimonies of other people who've been on physique. And I want them to see the social proof inside of the group. And so I tell my story. And then at the end of it, I talk a little bit about, I'm helping to coach a 90-day challenge. There is a prize if you want to enter, but there's no strings attached, no buy-in to get into the group. Would anyone like to do this with me? And then I posted a picture of myself before I did my first challenge, and then from yesterday. And anyways, I would encourage all of you to make some kind of post where you're telling your story, and you definitely need a picture of yourself to go along with it. But I would be a little bit vulnerable with people. If you have, high hopes for what you could accomplish in the next 90 days within the challenge, I think it's really attractive to people to be able to kind of see your vulnerability in that. And it helps them feel safe to join you in something when you make the invitation. And so I've already gotten several replies, and I just posted this 15 minutes ago, people that I've now added to the group. So going back, so you make your post, something like this, when people comment on it, then you come over to this group and you go to the invite members box and you add them to the group. And so there's a couple people that I realize that I haven't added yet. So I'm just going to add them right now so you can just see what that looks like. But you type in the name of your person and you add them to that group. And then what I would do is I would tag each of your new folks in this welcome video, okay? I want this to be the first thing that everybody sees when they come in so that we're all on the same page and they know how to use the group. And so I just added one of my friends a few minutes ago, and I'm just gonna say, see if it'll let me tag her. It's not letting me do that right now. Okay, well, she hasn't accepted the invite yet. Once a person accepts the invite, you'll be able to tag them. And I would do that as a first step and then communicate with them via Facebook Messenger about what they want their involvement to be within the challenge. After they've watched this, maybe they're gonna want to get started with the physique products. And so you're gonna help them do that. But you're going to do that inside a private message. And we're not going to put any of our links to our LifeVantage websites. We're not going to do that anywhere in the group. And I think it goes without saying, but if someone else that is another person's prospect is in the group and starts asking questions about how to purchase, you're responsible and you're only allowed to sell or to give your LifeVantage website to people that you have personally brought into the group. I think that goes without saying. I don't think any of you would do otherwise, but that's just kind of a important thing to note. And I see a chat thing. Okay. Last thing. So if you really want to step up your game and you feel kind of confident about, with social media, being confident on Facebook, then you can take on a role as a leader within the Facebook group. I would recommend that each of you that feels comfortable doing so, that you choose a wellness topic that you feel confident making some content for, and that you post and share in the group 3 to 5 times a week. And what's going to happen there is that the people that you've added to this group, let's say you've added 10 prospects, okay? When you add 10 prospects to this group and then you make a post, and maybe your post is something like, hey, what's on everybody's menu today? It might be something as simple as that. You don't have to spend 20 minutes trying to come up with a post. But let's say you ask the question, all those 10 people that you added to the group are going to get a notification saying, Stephanie Keisman just posted in the Inside Out 90-Day Challenge. And they're going to go into the group and they're going to look and see what you posted. This is just important, and it really helps keep things moving within the group. It keeps things fresh. People are getting notifications about it, keeps people engaged, and that's really what we want. So I think that with that, it kind of covers all of the big picture things that I was thinking about. I know that you all will have questions. And so I'm going to open it up right now for questions and answers about the challenge, about if you've been in the group for a few days and you've seen like maybe something I've missed. I know there's going to be stuff that I haven't thought of, and so maybe you have some questions or something that could help me tweak what's already in there and clarify. So.
That's awesome, Stephanie. We so appreciate, all the effort that you have put into creating this group and the information that you have put in here for all of us to be able to use. So thank you so much. Very well done. And do we have any questions? Does anybody have a question? You can either type it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask a question. This is something that we want to see everyone utilize. So my understanding is the first step is to let us know that you want to be involved. And as a distributor, it will be $25, which is going to be well worth the investment. So, and that money is going to go towards the $1,000 that the winner will receive.
That's
Okay.
right.
So I do have a question.
Okay.
Stephanie. So just to be clear, so anyone can participate, but to be eligible for the $1,000, they have to follow all of the guidelines that you've listed below, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then so now where does the 5,000 that's in the other area, where does that come into play?
Great question. So there is a website, and I have it within the announcements in this Facebook group. There is a website. Let's see, where is it at? Okay. So it's right here. If you go to the announcement where it says the Inside Out Challenge checklist, I also have a link for a person to enter the Transform Your Physique contest. And I made all of the entry requirements very similar to that, so that when a person's getting ready to enter our contest, they could essentially just take all of their information and then just go and input it into the other contest as well. Now, the one thing that is different with the Transform Your Physique contest, first of all, I didn't realize this until this year, but there's no purchase requirement. You don't have to buy anything to enter that contest. I mean, you would want to, but you don't have to. But I do want that for our group. So that is different. The other thing that is slightly different is that I know in challenges I've done in the past, I've had a lot of people that felt uncomfortable, women that felt uncomfortable taking pictures in a sports bra. And they felt that's part of the requirements to enter the Transform Your Physique contest, I believe, is that women are wearing like fitted shorts and a sports bra in their pictures, before and after pictures. I modified the requirements for this challenge to say either a sports bra or a fitted shirt. And so if a person wanted to enter the Transform Your Physique contest, they would just need to know that they would need to, the women would want to wear a sports bra for their pictures and not a fitted shirt. But so that was the one thing that I did modify, just to make the ladies feel more comfortable. But beyond that, the entry requirements are so similar that wanted to make it easy as possible for people to enter both if they wanted.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a question for you. I'm wondering, Stephanie, do I have to create my own, the Facebook introduction on my own Facebook? Can I use what you wrote? Can I put that on my Facebook, or do I have to create my own on my personal page?
Sure.
My own book.
So you can use mine, but I think that, I mean, obviously my story is not your story. And so,
yeah, I mean, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know what you're
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say, I don't think my story will be very applicable to you, I would guess. But you could use mine as a little bit of a template, and just see what similarities, you have. But I've tried having people share my testimony before, and it just doesn't go very well. It doesn't, in the Facebook algorithms, when you share someone else's post, it doesn't reach as many people. It doesn't show up in their news feeds. It does for me, but it doesn't necessarily for you. And so, and besides that, your audience, like, they're following you because they have a relationship with you and they like you. And so they're going to have more connection to your story of why you're involved with this than mine, unless they know me, but they probably don't. So, so I really recommend that everyone do their own story.
Yeah. So I could use a template and create my own.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's helpful. Thank you.
Stephanie, now you have a great before and after picture. What do people do if they don't have a before and after picture?
Well, most people aren't going to have a before and after picture. I just do because I've done a few challenges before. So I think just taking a selfie of yourself right now, I mean, I've had ladies last year when we kind of tried to do something similar like this. Ladies, they had, they took a picture of themselves and they said, here's my intention for the next 90 days. This is what I want out of it. I've spent the last 6 months eating what I want and, watching Netflix and, and they just got kind of raw and a little bit vulnerable about, maybe where their current state of fitness or health was. And they said, but this changes now and I'm joining this challenge and I'm going to pursue this for the next 90 days. And I can't wait to see what happens. So you don't need a before and after picture. I would just take a picture or have someone take a picture of you right now. So that, part of this is because if you only write a story, but you don't include a picture, in Facebook algorithms, it's not going to show up for as many people. So you're going to get more traction in your newsfeed. And then typically selfies get more traction than any other kind of picture. However, I think it's probably good to include you don't have to do a full body picture like I did, but at least something from the waist up so that at the end of the 90 days, you can take another similar picture because you're probably not going to want to share your official challenge pictures with the world. I mean, you can if you want, but if you just take a picture that you can compare something to when you're all done, because that's going to be a testimony for you in the future to attract more prospects. This is part of the become a product of the product. And this is, I know we're getting prospects now into the group, but if you can develop your own testimony on this, it really can take you far after the challenge is done.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have a question, Julie.
Okay.
So Stephanie, I just want to make sure that I'm understanding, that we're all understanding the process.
Yes.
Okay. So for instance, if we wanted to do this, which Mark and I are going to do this, I'm not convinced that I'm going to post my pictures.
You don't have the pictures are not posted publicly. Like your challenge pictures, no one will see them publicly.
They're just on. Well, yeah, but they'll be on the group, won't they?
No, because when you fill out this entry form right here, it takes you to a Google form, and I'm the only one that has access to this.
Oh, girl, I don't care if you see me.
I know. See, so none of your pictures, if you want to officially enter the challenge, you do have to submit pictures, but you don't have to submit them inside the Facebook group. I'm the only one that will see them.
Okay, so who selects the winner? Because what if I think I've done the best?
I just figured that I'm happy to, I would love to have a team of other judges, but I'm voluntarily not going to be in the challenge. You can't have someone judge who's actually in the challenge.
Right, gotcha.
So I'm volunteering to be that person, and I am happy to have a couple other folks.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so let me make sure. So we send you, first of all, when we get off this call,
yes,
we go on to the Team Lifetree Facebook page, and we look at how to send you the money, the $25 per distributor.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's the first thing, right? So we go to Team Lifetree Facebook page, which we should all be on, and we look at the link so that we can send you the $25. So that would be $50 for Mark and me. Okay. So then the second thing we do is go on our own personal Facebook page and then say something, do a short video or, hey, do you want to join me in a 90-day challenge for, losing weight, looking great, feeling better, blah, 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 whatever we want to do, really, right? Yep. Short video, and maybe we do a little bit of an explanation. We can look at yours. I know Karen Massey just did a little video that was like, hey, I'm going to do this. Does anybody want to join me? And she's gotten totally some responses from it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then once we get a response on our personal page, we invite them onto the Inside Out 90-Day Challenge page.
Yes.
And then we tag them in the welcome video.
Yes.
Okay. And then and if they're customers or potentials, maybe people that are just our buddies on Facebook that aren't involved in LifeVantage, then they don't pay anything. They just get to be a part of it, except they become our personal customers and order from us. So then it's our responsibility to message them, phone call, email them our shopping cart for what they have to have to order the $100 worth of, because they need all 3 products to do to be a part of the challenge, correct?
They don't have to do all physique products. Like, let's say someone is they
need to at least do the physique products.
I'm taking out that requirement. I'm just saying 100 PV.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
I mean, only because, I'm sure, like, we'll get somebody who wants to be part of the challenge, but they're allergic to,
or don't want whey protein, want plant protein or something.
Exactly.
Gotcha. I see it. I think that's wise. Okay. So I think I have it. Does anybody else, is anybody else confused about the process by which you get them connected to the Inside Out 90-Day Challenge Facebook page? Because I want to make sure everyone gets that.
I'm not confused about that, but I do have a question.
Okay, hold on, Danielle. Is anyone confused, or everyone has got it together? This would be awesome. Y'all better speak up.
I'm confused.
Okay, Neil, I'll call you. Or can you ask us? Well, anybody else confused? Because I can call Neil and help him through that process. Anybody else confused? Okay, awesomeness. Danielle, you have the floor.
Okay. I'm curious because I noticed that the Inside Out Challenge has the link to the Physique Body Transformation Challenge.
Yeah,
which is awesome. But it wasn't super even like I'm looking for it. Are we going to talk about it a little more, or is it going to just be that little blurb? Because I was scrolling through and I kind of missed it because I just saw the Inside Out Challenge checklist. So I was looking for it.
Sure.
But it was a little difficult to find. Are we going to make a bigger deal about it, or are we going to kind of play it down, or what?
Yeah, well, I would say we definitely make a big deal out of it, because why not? Right. I just didn't. I want since we're inviting people to this group with like the local prize, I wanted to make a bigger deal out of that. But I do think, and this doesn't just have to be from me. Like, each of you can you could take initiative. Somebody actually, my friend Melody. So I have a friend in a cross line that she is also inviting some of her prospects to the challenge as well. And she posted in here and provided another link to the Transform Your Physique Challenge today. You all see this right here, Melody?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so she's got a link down here for that too. So, so yeah, you can talk about it all you want to, and I will talk about it more. We were just kind of getting this to the place where it's like ready for people to jump in, but
for sure.
It's not done by any means.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to open up the chat. I see that there's been some questions in the chat. So let's see. Sean asked, how does the winner get selected? And right now, I am the sole judge. If someone else wants to forfeit their potential prize winnings, then you can join me. Julie, you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And then Jerry asked, what do we do if we've been on physique since the beginning and already at an ideal weight? Then you're a coach in the group. I mean, you can join the challenge if you want, if you have a goal that doesn't maybe necessarily involve losing weight, because it's not just about losing weight. It could be about building muscle. It's about body transformation, but certainly that means that you're a product of the product and you can be a great coach for other people. Let's see. Krista asked for the steps repeated again. Let me just see if there's, okay, and I see Julie. Okay. So David, so I've got like a whole judge team that is offering to join me at the end, which is great. And I'll just write everybody's name down and that'll be wonderful. Any other questions?
Looks like you answered all the questions.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Stephanie.
Hey,
Really
Stephanie,
Yes.
maybe what you can do in terms of repeating the steps would just be to write up some bullet points. And I don't know if there's a way that we could post it to everybody here in this meeting, but have a written form of the steps to get everybody hooked up into this challenge.
Sure. There kind of is that in the Team Lifetree group. But I'll make an updated one tomorrow. Let me see if I can. Let me see how current it is.
Hey, you guys, it's recorded as well. This will be recorded, so it'll be up on the Team Lifetree page. So it'll be out there for everyone to see exactly what to do.
Great. Okay. I'll make another just quick bullet point thing for the Team Lifetree group and for anyone in Team Brave. I'm not seeing this right now, but okay.
awesome. Well, thank you so much. This is really exciting. And I'm going to turn it over to Mark. Mark, do you have any closing thoughts or announcements?
I have a very.
This is awesome. Awesome, Stephanie.
That's my thought. It's amazing. Clearly, we have gifted genius among us. Thank you, Stephanie, for not only putting this together, but opening up for the benefit of the wider teams. It's just so lovely. And the fact that we can do this, creating our own little community among the wider LifeVantage Nation community doing this. So just to reiterate, the LifeVantage Corporate Challenge begins on March the 1st. However, registration will run all the way through, I'm looking at it right now, all the way till the end of the competition in May 31st. So yes, we will absolutely be promoting the $5,000 grand prize in conjunction with those people that are coming in. So why not enter both? And hopefully there will be some migration from the relationships that we have and among our personal friends to the wider LifeVantage culture and opportunity and all of that. That's the whole point behind the challenge. So make sure you're maximizing that. And so, yes, by all means, compete. By all means, set your goals and try to accomplish your goals. But at the end of the day, this is a business building tool that we are offering what we already know to be transformational to the people in our circle of influence, and it's fun. Right. So I would be way more excited for someone in my network to win than for me to win.
No, we're not going to win. I mean, we may win.
I'm going to crush you.
We're going to compete, but we're going to forfeit the money. So,
Yeah.
so I don't want the money, but I do want my body to look better in 90 days.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
you guys, can I ask a quick question?
real quick.
So the PDF, there's the booklet for the physique. And so that PDF, it's all on caloric intake. So are there gonna be some examples, Stephanie, maybe on this site of some diet recipes? If people are doing low carb or keto, are we trying to encourage people to use the caloric booklet that Physique has?
So my personal thought on that is that I know that everybody is going to come into that group with different needs and desires in terms of diet. And I want to give people options. I don't want to try and say everyone do paleo or everyone do keto or whatever. But if that is your preferred method of nutrition or diet during the challenge, and especially if you feel like you are maybe somewhat of an expert in that, where you feel like you have some level of authority, I would love if you kind of want to be the spokesperson for that, for the other people that are going to join you in, keto eating or whatever form of diet it is. I did include that Smart Restart book, and it does have some recipes in there. I will admit I am not really the cook of our family, and I am not good with food. I want recipes in that group, but I am not going to be the one that provides them. And so if that is your gifting, then please make graphics, do whatever you want to do with that, and make it your thing. Because I know there's a lot of people who love that, and that is not something I can give them. So run with it, and don't feel like you have to stick. I know we've got a couple other people who are Trim Healthy Mama lovers, that they're really good with that sort of thing. I mean, just go for it. Do what you feel like is best for you. And then the people in the group who are of the same mind, they'll follow your posts and they'll be excited about it.
Stephanie,
Go ahead, Jerry.
just ask, would there be a benefit to creating units for the folder units for the vegans and the ketos and the paleos and the health fit, what would you say, health fit mama? I've never heard that before, but
Healthy mama.
The Jack Sprats that could eat no fat, and the wife that could eat no lean, and all those different. I mean, would there be a value to kind of divide it up so that if I jump on and I'm all on board with eating vegan, that I've got a place I can land and find all the vegan information? Or is there going to be enough activity, do you think?
That's a great idea. So, I mean, I hadn't really thought about making separate. I did start a unit just for some different nutrition guides, but I hadn't really thought about making new ones for each type of diet. I'm definitely open to that. And I'll give all of you can have admin privileges in the group, and you can create your own unit based on what you know most about. And just, if you want to just get that started, I think there's a way whenever you make a post in the group that you can add that post to a unit. Is that right, Jerry?
Yeah, if you're an admin, you can take a post and tag it into a unit. And everybody can, on the discussion side, will be able to see everything. It's not like they're going to disappear, but if you're a hardcore CrossFit person and you want to have a unit for how to incorporate CrossFit into it, and I don't give a rip about CrossFit, not that I don't, but appreciate that. I don't care about that,
Yep.
then I could just ignore those,
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's just a thought. And that's great, is if we're going to have enough admins, they can just, and you're the, I eat cookies for my diet person, then you can create that unit and lose weight on cookies. Oh,
Sure.
yeah. Krista's cheering. Yeah. And my daughter's making chocolate chip cookies tonight. That's definitely not on the diet, but
along those lines, I think it would really be encouraging and just build team unity and excitement if we could see Mark Harris doing pull-ups before and after the 90-day challenge.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that? Everybody think that's a great idea?
What is on the wall behind you, David?
I'm digging the vice grips. But it's a hidden symbol of something deeper.
Look behind you, David.
That's so awesome. I'll be starting a pull-up unit and a donut unit as well. I think
We'll let you.
I think the point is, if you have a favorite tool that you have some level of familiarity with, maybe not mastery, but that you're competent enough to coach people through. Hey, I tried this menu, I tried this recipe, I tried this workout, 15-minute a day, whatever. If you have some level of familiarity, by all means, please become the advocate for that and post that. Somebody will find benefit. I want to caution us, though, against just populating stuff without any real context. So if you have some sort of connection to keto or paleo or an exercise plan, post it and show yourself doing pull-ups, or having a box of donuts there going, gosh, this is really hard. I'm at men's group. Here's a box of donuts. And I would really like to have one right now, but I know you guys are with me. You feel my pain, and use that as a post because that will resonate with people. That's the point, right? And if it's helpful, by all means, post it. But please, please, please don't just shotgun content and saturate the page with stuff that is just noise, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Just a couple quick announcements. Thank you, Julie, for hosting. Thank you, Stephanie, as always. And questions can go right over to the Inside Out 90-Day Challenge group going forward. We can continue this discussion over there. I'm looking at a fantastic group page, Steph. Really well done. Two things. Kansas City registration for EA in July, the $99 savings, or the $120 savings that you can participate in right now and get your registration for $99 ends Friday, February 23rd. So make sure you are registered. I will say this, there are 2 hotels, maybe 3 in downtown Kansas City that you want to try to stay in if at all possible. If your budget can afford it, LifeVantage has booked those rooms. The downtown Marriott is one. Room rates are $169. That is half the room rate right now for that property. So those rooms will go first. So go ahead and book those rooms. Even if you're in Kansas City, most of us that live in Lee Summit or Grandview or Independence or Overland Park or Olathe, that's a long way to drive and park. So let me encourage you to think about staying downtown, even if you live in Kansas City. The second property is the Crown Plaza, also a LifeVantage room block for us through the registration page on lifevantage.com. I think the Intercontinental is quite close as well, and some other little boutique hotels that have just opened up as well. But the 2 main ones you're going to want to try to stay in are, again, Marriott Downtown and the Crown Plaza, which I believe is an IHG property, if that is a concern for you. The other thing is LifeVantage Academy is coming up March 16th. That is your $25 pre-registration fee, lifevantageacademy.com. We'll get you on. And we also have an online LifeVantage Academy training now for those of you that do not have a LifeVantage Academy in your market. So that's all I have. Babe, anything else from your end?
No, I'm so excited about this.
Woo! That was well worth the 53 minutes and 2 seconds we have been on the Zoom. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. This is one of our highest attended Zoom calls, so well done. Julie, back over to you to close us out. Thank you, sister.
Hey, thank you so much, everyone. We love y'all and hope y'all have a wonderful week. Bye for now.
Julie.
Thank you. Good night.
Seth Campbell Thursday night.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Gary. Announce that.
Seth Campbell is doing our opportunity call on Thursday night, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 6:30 Mountain, and 5:30 Pacific time. Our own Seth Campbell.
That's on the Team Lifetree page, Jerry. Yeah.
It's on the Lifetree Health Network page.
Can we put it on both?
Yeah.
I suppose we could.
Yep. We need to have.
You're awesome. Yeah, let's do that.
And I just saw Josh. Hey, Josh. Good to see you, buddy.
All right. Hey, thanks everyone. Bye bye.